welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name's Nicole and you're watching Nick Ink Artistry. Today I have a really fun video for you guys. Oh my gosh, I've been dying to talk about this. Now right before I went to cosmetology school, I was searching the internet, searching YouTube for any video to tell me what I was in for. And let me tell you, any video that I did find left out a lot of things that I think you guys should know before you attend. So let's dive right on in. This is everything you need to know about cos school that literally no one ever told me, and I wish that they did. So I've been out of cos school now for just a little over 2 years. So I attended cos school a little over 3 years ago. It seems like I've been out and done with cos school for so long, but at the same time it's like I was just there yesterday. Now this is not at all to discourage you. I had an interesting time at cos school. I definitely don't regret it. I made my lifelong best friend. I met my boyfriend through my best friend. So there's so many great things that came from it. So I do not regret it at all. So like I said, I attended cosmetology school right after high school. I graduated high school in 2016 in May. And then in July of 2016, I went right into cos school. I knew no one. I was so nervous for my first day. Woo! I knew absolutely no one. And there were, I believe we had like 14 or 15 girls that we started with. And we did have one boy. My program was 13 months long, so I graduated in August of 2017. To the day, it was 13 months long. Well, I attended Innovata school. Now there's Paul Mitchell, there's a lot of other schools. The Aveda school was really my only option, and it still would be if I were to go back and have to attend for whatever reason. And I took the advanced program. Now I don't think that they even like have an advanced program or anything. It's for like the advanced license, so you can either get your regular license or your advanced license. And I believe they're doing away, or they already have, with the advanced license, so that literally means nothing now. So, and I think that was technically an extra 2 months, so anyone that took the regular course at my time was averaging about 10 or so months in the program. And I went to the program during the daytime, so my schedule was every Tuesday through Saturday, 9 to 5. Let me tell you, it was a full-time job. Did I have to get a part-time job on top of the full-time schooling? Yes, I did. Was it a fun time? No, it was not. But it's something you have to do. I mean, I had to make some money so I could at least afford gas to and from school every day. I think my schedule was Tuesday through Friday at my pizza place that I worked at throughout high school, actually. I would basically be working 9 to 10s every single day. It was a lot, but it had to be done. Now, my school did offer a nighttime class, which was technically part-time. So if you attended school during the daytime, the 9 to 5, Tuesday through Saturday, that was full-time. I mean, averaging just about 40 hours there. There was a nighttime class available. I believe that was Monday through Thursday or Friday, and that would be like 5:30 or 6 till maybe 9 at night. So that was obviously for people who couldn't do it during the day, say they had kids or an actual full-time job or whatnot. But that program ended up taking about 2 years, but that is something to consider. Obviously, I didn't have any of those responsibilities, so I could attend the full-time cosmetology school. I do want to say that my school was very strict on a lot of things, for a good reason, for sure. And I learned so much during my time there, so once again, I do not say any of these things negatively towards my school. I loved it, and it got me where I am today. But our school was very strict on so many things. So we're going to hit a lot of topics that no one literally told me, but I'm here to tell you. So we had to arrive by 9 o'clock each day. 9 to 5 was our scheduled time, and cosmetology school goes by hours. Regular program is 1,600 hours. I went for 1,800 for my advanced license. They definitely count your hours. They track them to a T. I don't know how it goes as far as like high school programs, but I can speak for myself. They count every freaking second you are there. So what I mean by this is that if you miss a day of school, if you're sick or if you just take the day off or whatnot, that 8 hours of class time that you're missing, you'll eventually have to make up those 8 hours. So say if I miss one day throughout my whole cosmetology school, I missed a couple more days than that, but that one day gets added on to the end, if that makes sense. So say if your whole class has perfect attendance, but you missed one day, they'll all graduate on time, and you'll basically graduate the next day because you have to make up that day, and so on and so forth. So if you missed 5 days, you'll have to make up those 5 days somewhere, or at least those hours of time. My school had opportunities where we could stay late or whatnot to make up the hours, but just know that If you miss time, you will have to make up that time in order to graduate. Like, for instance, my best friend graduated a whole week before me because I missed all that time, basically. We had a finger clock in. They would literally take your fingerprint and you would clock in with your fingerprint every morning, and you had to in order for them to record you. And we had literally stood in a line and clocked out one by one on the way out. We were always trying to, like, beat each other the first of the line, because if you were at the end of the line at the end of the day, you were not getting out to like 10 past 5. So we would clock in. You have to clock in by 9 a.m. every morning. At least we had to. If you were clocked in at 9:01, sorry, honey, you gotta go home. You are here late, which means you are absent. Now, I think I had to leave maybe once or twice my whole time that I was there. I was really strict about getting there on time every day and making sure that I was set in stone so no one could kick me out. But they take it very seriously. If you were 9 and it just turned to 9:01 when you were like right here on the clock, oh, sorry girl, you gotta go home. Sorry. Now, at the time, I was like, this is ridiculous. That is so strict. Like, who needs to worry about the exact time? Hairdressers do, let me tell you. And I realized that halfway through school, I'm like, oh, this is probably setting me up so I'm on time to my job. Clients do not want to wait around for you. They do not want to wait for Susie that's always late. You know what I mean? So respect your client's time, and in return, they'll respect you. And I can do a whole video on my time in the hair industry. I said in my introductory video to YouTube that I'm no longer practicing behind the chair doing hair. I did for a little bit, and it wasn't for me, and I would love to do a whole video on that. So let me know down below if you want to see that. Alright, and so how my school went, we had like different levels through the program that we were in, or different phases in the program. And that would kind of indicate how far along you were. So the first couple months were intro. We were literally in the intro room in our cos school all together, literally 24/7 for the first at least 2 months. And there, let me tell ya, you're going to be with your mannequin a lot. We were very rarely allowed to do each other's hair unless we were actually like granted that time, or sometimes we had to earn that time to be able to do each other's hair. That's just how it works. I mean, they don't want you lollygagging and playing with your friend's hair all day. Like, you're actually there to learn, and you pay a lot. Well, I paid a lot of money for my education, so looking back on it now, like, I was definitely there to learn. I wasn't there paying thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars to play with my best friend's hair. So yes, you'll be hanging out a lot with your girl. Barbara, how are the kids doing, girl? What's going on? Hey, what's real? What's good? This is Barb. This is literally my actual, like, my first mannequin I ever received. My very first mannequin in cos school. She has no hair. She actually has, sorry, she's like a little broken. She's like jingling around in there. I actually love that we have these mannequins because, I mean, once you cut their hair too short, you cut it lopsided or whatever, like, it's done. Your whole mannequin you're throwing away. But this kind of mannequin we actually, why aren't you coming up? Girl, Barbara, it has been too long. I know. Yeah, her name is Barbara. Love her, Barbara. And she has a ring because she was married, but we do not know where her husband went. Manny the mannequin, we do not know. We don't speak of that, but she has a scalp that comes off, and we did have like scalpies with like actual hair that we could put on, which was actually really nice because that way you're not throwing away like your whole mannequin every time. You're just like throwing away that scalp part. I have no idea where any of her hair went. I probably botched her a couple too many times, and she said that was enough. We had to rip her lashes off. There's like some like random hair still left from State Board. If you want me to do a whole video on State Board, let me know down below because that was a trip and a half. But anyway, we're going to be working on your mannequin a lot. Like I said, we were not really able to work on each other, which was fine. Things are definitely a lot harder on a mannequin, so they require a lot more practice. So treat her good. Do not lose her. Mannequins are, I believe, pretty expensive. I've never actually had to buy any. School, like I said, would provide us with the scalps. We obviously paid for them, but they would provide us with a new scalp like every, you know, month or whatever. For every certain class, they would provide that for us. Alright, another thing about school that no one tells you is you are most likely going to have to wear a uniform. Kind of like scrubs, actually. I'm used to wearing a uniform. I went to Catholic school my whole life, so I've literally worn a uniform up until now that I'm in like the real world. So, and it wasn't too bad for me. These are actually our uniforms. There are smocks. I actually didn't mind it at all. It's just like this black smock. I mean, it would protect your actual clothes, so like, whatever. And low-key, I thought it was actually kind of cute. Everyone has to wear them, so like, it wasn't a huge deal to me, and it kind of made it easier in the morning to just like throw on black leggings and throw on a shirt underneath and throw it on and just be done. All right, so my next thing is in school, you're learning. You are learning so much. You might be surprised that you're going to learn about the human anatomy, about electricity, and then obviously more things that actually pertain to your license as far as like your hair color and your color theory, and you'll learn different hair cutting methods. All right, popping in again, you'll need to learn sanitation. Sanitation is huge. Basically, when you go to take your state board, the majority, I would say, what you're graded on at state board is sanitation. Number one overall, they want to make sure that if you drop a comb on a gross, dirty floor, you're not going to use that comb on someone. Like, sanitation is huge. On your tools, on yourself, using CalStat, which is our hand sanitizer. And you'll need to disinfect or sanitize your work areas before you start. And on top of learning, you're going to have homework, you're going to have projects. We had homework a couple times a week, and we had a couple projects here and there that required a lot of attention. Then we had a lot of tests. All of this went hand in hand with state board. Every test that we had, most of those questions were on state board, and we would see those questions again and again. You got to retain that information, but you're learning on so much all at once. I was really good about studying. I took hair school so seriously, probably more seriously than maybe you need to, and I don't want to say that in a bad way. You need to take it seriously. But I took it to the extra step. I mean, every test I was making 1,000 note cards and this and that, which I don't think I would have done differently. I sit in my lap. Oh, I'm crying. Come on, sit down. Good girl. This is my patch. But yeah, you definitely need to focus on these projects. We had a list of things that we had to do. I mean, in one of our levels, we had to complete like 4 perm wraps. You're going to be doing a lot of what you think is going to be like pointless stuff, like perms, and you're gonna have to wrap like roller sets and stuff like that, which you may not be doing when you get out of school, but while you're in school, you might as well do them. Do not even try to talk back or try to get out of them. You're better off just getting it done, and while you're at school, respect your instructors and your teachers, respect everyone, because you're there for a while and you might as well all get along. I kind of looked at it as you're learning what you need to learn for state board and in order to pass for state board, and anything you learn besides that is all bonus. And in any salon that you're going to end up afterward, you're going to need some further education anyway. Now, when you're looking at salons that you want to apply to when you're done with school, just know that there is so much learning to do outside of school. It may seem kind of crazy after you spend so much on your education in cos school that it might just end there, but it doesn't. I mean, you seriously only learn the very bare minimum that you need to learn in cos school. There's a whole other world of hair out there that you need to learn, and you're going to be learning a lot more from on-hand experience than you are in a textbook. When I was looking for a salon that I wanted to apply to and work outside of school, I didn't really want a training program. I didn't want to spend another year or whatever not behind the chair. I wanted to jump right into an actual career doing hair right on the floor. But I quickly learned that, yes, there are salons that will put you on the floor right out of school, but that isn't always the best thing. I mean, you literally need to learn so much more, and I was so naive to that. I thought that I was ready right off the bat. Maybe I needed to learn a little bit more like communication, a little bit more people skills, but I was ready. But no, I was not. Thank God I actually ended up at a salon that had a very, very good training program. I mean, I was behind the chair for a whole nother year on top of that. Once I was in my salon with the training program, I would refer to my cosmetology school to be like a high school of cosmetology, and then where I was at that salon, that was like my college cosmetology school, because you were learning even further, and there I was able to more get my hands really into the hair and actually develop all those skills. Now, a couple last things. Tools that you receive in cosmetology school, they might not always be the best. I mean, granted, I got some really great Hot Tools curling irons, and those I feel like are great. I mean, nothing huge there, it's just a curling iron. My shears that I got, if I were still to be practicing hair to this day, I would definitely upgrade them. I think that they were great for the time being, but they're not top of the line. I mean, they're not going to give you crazy top of the line tools, and if they are, you're still paying for them at the end of the day. We had to like earn our tools with like attendance and things like that, so I did earn a lot of my tools, but like I said, they're not going to be top of the line quality, so you're going to want to save up and invest in tools outside of school for your real jobs. And who knows, maybe your salon that you're going to go to is going to have all those tools for you, or you can buy them from them or get a discount through your salon or whatever. But just know that you might have to upgrade your tools once you're out of school. Alright, my last thing that I briefly wanted to talk about is there's going to be drama. For sure. I mean, in most of your situations, there's going to be a lot of girls and a couple guys. And I feel like guys probably stay out of drama a little bit more anyway, and we had a lot of drama. I mean, was I involved? Definitely, because I was a very, I feel like, drama-filled person a couple years ago, and I feel like you almost get involved in the drama to stay a part of the clique, I guess. I don't know. I don't really talk to anyone that I went to cos school with besides my best friend, like I said, but we definitely had some drama, and I mean, it's kind of inevitable. Don't take it too seriously. Just know that at the end of the day, like, once you're done with school, unless you really want to keep those relationships with those people, it's not gonna matter. So do not get involved. I wish someone would have told me that, man. But I mean, at the end of the day, we're all able to get along and be civil with each other, but we definitely had some moments. So that is all I have for you guys here today. Do not let this video deter you from cosmetology school. If you guys are going, let me know down below, when do you guys start? I mean, this is going to be a huge journey for you, and you're either going to love it or you're going to hate it. But that has to be up to you. Make the most of it. I mean, you're going to be going to school for at least a year. So make memories, learn as much as you can, ask as many questions. Your teachers are there to help you every step of the way. Make the mistakes and learn from your mistakes in school. I mean, learn all the people skills and whatever. I mean, you're going to have some crazy clients in school. And those crazy clients, they are still out there in the real world going to real salons. So you just have to know that too. But make the mistakes while your teacher is there to back you up and tell you why you made the mistake and how it can never happen again. If you guys like this video, go ahead and subscribe. And like I said, I want to do more videos like this. So let me know what you want to see from me next. Side note, this makeup look is live on my channel now. I'll go ahead and link it up above. I hope to see you guys in my next video. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. And I'll see you next time, guys. Bye.